Fans and pros are torn on who would win between Jaron Ennis and Terence Crawford, but Jaron has sent a brutal warning to Terence Crawford. While many people think that a fight between Jaron and Terence is inevitable, Kenny Porter thinks that it's rather unrealistic. Kenny stated, "I believe a guy like Jaron Ennis would provide a big challenge for him, absolutely, no doubt. I just think about the risk and reward with Boots. The risk is greater than the reward for Bud, and now Bud should be rewarded in everything he does. On Terence's end, just for me from a business standpoint, it doesn't look like it would be Terence's fight for me. It's not a winning situation. He beats this guy, he was supposed to. If he doesn't, and it doesn't go his way, so by him getting to this pinnacle late in his career, he's got to make decisions that are based on what's good for Terence and are advantages for Terence, not disadvantages in age or disadvantages in size. Jaron Boots Ennis is definitely an opponent that would give him a run and would be in a hell of a fight with Terence Crawford. On the other hand, Tim Bradley just doesn't think that Jaron is ready for someone like Terence. Tim stated, "You kidding me right now? I respect Ennis. Listen, I respect Ennis. I love his pops. His pops is cool. His whole crew is tight. But who the hell has Boots fought? You can be riding that wave. You've been getting these knockouts of all these other different guys, but you've never been in the ring with an animal like Crawford. And when you get in there and you get hit upside your head and you see you can't do that stuff that you usually do against the guys that you fought at the lower level, bro, I would hate for him to get into that type of fight with Crawford. I would hate for him to get in this fight and look average. There's definitely some tension between Terence and Jaron, so there's plenty of reasons for them to settle things in the ring."
What we know? I don't know nothing. I'm trying to find out what I know. Enlighten me.
What you mean enlighten me? You for Devin East and you for me.
You jumped up out of my sanction body to go fight in the IBF. So what I know?
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean? Was you ranked in the WBA or not?
Yo, it don't even matter. Yo,
all right, catch up, little homie. Catch up, then. If it don't matter, catch up.
Yo, he picked Evan.
Catch up.
Evan was way under.
You just said it don't matter. Catch up. I'm talking about before that.
He not about it. We already know he not about what he's talking about.
I'm not about what? I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
You said I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams,
don't
man.
Want to fight. Yo, we asked for that fight plenty of times, yo.
When?
Plenty of times.
What's plenty? When?
Man,
you frontin'.
You know what's
you
up.
Steven Nelson really doesn't think that Jaron has the following to challenge Terence, though. Steven stated, "Boots is a young, talented kid, but he doesn't have the experience and the following to talk on Bud's level. People are like, he's ducking. You're talking about a guy that fights for a living that has been fighting since he was 7. Bud is not fighting about legacy anymore. He already did that. Now it's about the bag. What is Boots going to bring to the table to be like, okay, this is going to be? Is this going to please people who were doubting Bud again, who jumped from Spence and now they're using Boots? So is it worth it?" Terence doesn't see a fight with Jaron being beneficial for him.
Boots is the mandatory. He's calling you out now.
Right now in my career, a lot of people like boost this, boost that, boost this. You know, fighting Boots is a lose-lose situation. I win, they're gonna say, "Oh well, he was young, he wasn't ready." You got the experience over him. You got so much more than this kid that never been tested before. You know, because we always seen him win a fashionable way. You know, to where we say, "Oh man, he's cold, he's skillful," but he's never been in the ring with nobody to test him. Me fighting Boots, not a mega fight. I'm looking for a big challenge. Not taking anything away from Boots, but where I am at in my career right now, all my eyes off to get to where I am. And I deserve to do whatever the fuck I want.
Shakur Stevenson doesn't think that Terence wants to fight Jaron, but it's not because he's scared. Shakur stated, "Boots hasn't really got the opportunity to prove himself yet," said Shakur Stevenson to the media when asked if Jaron Boots Ennis will give Terence Crawford his toughest fight. "I think right now Boots should fight Keith Thurman, but he'll beat the shit out of Keith Thurman. Boots is a bad motherfucker. When it comes down to it, Bud is at the end of his career. He should be focused on the big fights, the fights that are going to bring him the most money as far as Canelo and Charlo." Stephen Edwards thinks that Jaron is ready for his chance at the title, but he makes it clear that that doesn't mean he's going to win. Steven stated, being ready doesn't always mean you're gonna win, but it does mean that you're ready for your opportunity. I think Boots deserves his opportunity. Somebody had to give Crawford an opportunity. Somebody had to give Errol an opportunity. I think he deserves an opportunity. Now, whether he gets one with one of those guys, I don't know, because usually guys fight guys around their same age group. They don't usually fight guys that are much younger than them. You rarely see that, especially against a guy that talented. But this notion that he ain't ready is ridiculous. Leonard Ellerby really wants to see Terence fight Jaron either way, though. Leonard stated, Terence Crawford, as a fan, I want to see him fight Boots. That's the fight I want to see. I want to see that fight. Everybody deserves an opportunity. Terence had been given an opportunity. If Errol Spence didn't step up and say X, Y, and Z, that fight wouldn't have happened. Jaron Ennis has been training hard for his next fight, and he's put out some training footage to show his speed and power.
Okay. All right, bet. Yeah, that's good. That's not gonna go out. Oh!
Hank Lundy has lashed out at doubters who think Terence would clobber Jaron, and he stated, does Jaron Ennis stand a chance against Bud? I'm gonna be real, Boots ain't to be f***ed with, and I ain't saying that because I'm biased and because he's with Philly. A lot of people are going to leave Boots alone before he's young, and I ain't going to lie, some of these young fighters' hunger and energy is crazy. It's not the same as fighting a guy that's your age. Richardson Hitchens definitely doesn't think that Jaron is a fighter that Terence or any other fighter should be sleeping on. Hitchens stated, that same speed, accuracy, timing, and power, that same is coming right back at Boots. You gotta see how Boots is going to take that also. Right now, I feel like Terence is the better man in that fight. Don't get me wrong, he's got to think, he's really using his mind. I feel that Boots is one of those fighters. If you're not on his level, he's going to violate you. He's a tremendous talent. He's not going to play with you. He's going to make you look how you look. Jaron doesn't care what his critics say, and he plans to keep racking up victories whenever he can get back in the ring. Jaron stated, to be honest with you, I don't care about what anybody might be saying about me. As long as I do what I'm supposed to do and I come out victorious, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, having fights like that is a learning experience. That's how you get better. The criticism isn't going to do anything but make me get better and sharpen me up. So I'm going to go out there and do what I'm supposed to do what we worked on, and hopefully take it to the next level. According to Jaron, he's ready for all of the top guys, and he desperately wants to fight one more time before the end of the year. Jaron stated, I want to get into the ring one more time before the end of the year to make it 3. Stanionis, Keith Thurman, Yordenis Ugas, Terence Bud Crawford, Errol Spence, all the top guys out there. Let's make these fights happen. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.